Amazing President Richard wanted to say something about the issue at hand.
But really, because I promised that one day I would come here and speak on what I know. I'm a mobile financial services expert. I am privileged that I was part of the team that started MTN Mobile Money. Stupid me, I never registered that trademark. So I continue to live a mediocre journey. But first, because I know I won't speak again, I want to thank the President and the Rotary Club of Rotary. I'm not boring you, I'm going to come to this vocational thing. Some good friends here, Dr. Balondem, Asante Sana, my good friend who we spent long hours in Mufa, Kivumbi, Asante Sana. You know the things that we used to do. But to my colleagues, my members of Kyadondondo, thank you for raising the tsunami. Every time you go visiting to a Rotary Club, you learn something. We love this dance thing. And I think the architect behind this is Chivumbi. Because even when we were at university, he had traits like that. Yesterday, we were privileged to host the district governor, Kyadondondo Rotary Club, on the DEAR project. And we were somewhere on Mwami Foundation in Katwe, just next door here. There are people there that are lacking. That there are people there that we believe we're able to make a little difference in their lives and change them. And you know, the message was very clear that Rotary loves people, but not only do we love people, twagaliza the people. You know, I have not found the right English word to say twagaliza. Whatever it is, I think the message has been put out. So these vocations that we have, you need to love what you do, and you need to want the others that you're serving to take a taste of what you're doing. Am I right? From an English perspective. You people, you're talking about vocations and how they can make a difference into people. It's nice to, I mean, if you look at my Kyadondondo table, there are bankers, there are engineers, doctors, but it is just about who you are. I studied geography and psychology at university. Be careful, I can predict your next move as a person. But in there, I became a salesman. And in there, my first vocation was a security guard in the winter conditions of the UK. I have experience of being a guard in a large park. Perhaps this will make a difference to the youth. This is a great youth club. I mean, some of these vocations that you think do not make a difference, they do. I was a security guard in a large park, maybe 2-3 times bigger than Nambole, and the sequence was always the same. Walk 100, turn right, come back, straight on, come back, turn right. If you miss that act, the cameras would announce you, and you would not get your full pay at the end of the week. I graduated into becoming a supermarket architect These guys talk about being architects. Architect for me is the mark of fingering things and making them useful. Because I was working on the till. Please don't. Sometimes Kyadondondo is confused with whatever. But those are the people I lead, and they're the people who gave me the power. Humility is great in the life that we have. That out of the 50 tills, young man, and I think I was 23, I used to serve many pensioners. My line would be as long as 20 people, and there would be nothing happening there. And guys, I'm telling you this story because vocation is about what you are and what you give back using the positions that you have. And the real thing when serving these people was, hi Matilda, that's a pensioner. Did you read the papers? How are you today? Did you see the weather? Connecting. That makes a difference. If this world was able to help people to help each other, this would be a better place. Just imagine if you helped 10 people. Just leave here and say, I'm going to help 10, and give a message to those same 10. Help another 10, and another 10, and another 10. Would be 5 decades down the road would be a better place. We help and then forget. We pretend to help and then don't actually help. And I've got life stories that can push my message. There's another side that you don't know about me. These people call me president, but when I came back from my sojourn in the UK, somehow along the lines I became a music DJ. And I was working on radio, and my name was Captain Love. Captain Love would work on radio from 11 p.m. to 3 in the morning. I'm talking to the youth. The vocations that you have today may look lousy, but the ingredients of making a difference in what you do must be ingrained in you. Bambi, the show was mostly about the AIDS scourge then. 96, 97 was high up there. And there were many people, cowardly, that would call in the middle of the night to understand what was going on. Little did I know many things. But then you drive yourself to understand things differently. You become a counselor of some sort. You give back, you give knowledge, you go and work. What you decide to work on, and work on, and work on, you will become an expert. And that way, you transfer knowledge. It's important. And I want to conclude my story tonight by saying that the American SEALs, that's the biggest, those are the really, really trained guys in the American army. They will go and pick you. They will come and pick you, as so they say. Whether they are using voodoo or not, I don't know. But the training is so hard, tough, really tough. You spend 12 months. And in one of the things that they do the simple things right. And the hard things, they allow you to fail on them but persevere. One of the number one rule of an American SEAL is that when you go to sleep, you wake up in the morning at 4, and you must make your bed right. The corners must be right. The pillow must be in the middle. Those are simple things in life. But that is how you make a difference in your life. If you don't have the self-discipline on the small little things, becomes difficult to attend to the large things. And around the American SEALs, I won't talk about the large things, because they don't matter. Us as Rotarians, the small little things. And each one of us has got a small little thing, whether at home, at work, but if you don't make it right, you can't step up. Last but not least, Rotary was a thing for me. I am the third president. And I keep wondering why these people elected me as president. But it is what it is. We have a community project in Nigeria. And you know, you get into society and you see that just a few kilometers here, 100 kilometers, 150 kilometers, there's a school of 1,000 people. School fees is 10,000 per person. There's a huge number of parents defaulting, 1,000 people. There are no toilets in that school. Yes. And whatever, it is okay for you to go down the fields, and it's okay. The girl child is encumbered, you know what I mean? And this early child development that we are looking at, kids going into they can't have a meal. And in order to have a meal in that school, the parent must bring 3 kilos of maize. And again, there are parents that are defaulting. People of Rotary and people of Muyenga, Tankhill, Kyadondondo, it is upon us to make a difference. These vocations, in whatever way you are, each one can make a difference. And I want to encourage you that, remember one thing, help 10, and tell the 10 to help 10. The world will be a better place. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, amazing President, for sharing those stories with us. Members, we are out of time, because fellowship is for 1 hour, but I will allow like maybe 1 or 2 comments.